How do you write women so well?
I think of a man, and I take away reason and accountability.
I am under the genuine belief that having news in the show's title was the automatic yellow $sign. So, welcome to Garden State Spin, boys. And you may be asking yourself, Jay, who's this gentleman on screen? Well, let's just hop right into it. This is Patrick Council. He just won the, ironically enough, council seat to represent the South Ward of Newark in the city council. I've said the word council like 4 times now. Either ways, we had a nice little conversation yesterday. As usual, when I run across these political types, right, my phone is getting charged. So let's just say the conversation went as I expected it would. We started off on gun control because that was the big topic of the day. And I asked him, I said, hey, Murphy just signed all these gun control. We have the second strongest gun control laws in the entire country. Yet, here in Newark, there's a shooting every day. That's not about to stop. What's the point of all of this? And so we started going back and forth on the Second Amendment. And he's telling me, it's part of a militia. And I'm telling him, the Constitution, it applies to the individual. So a part of a militia or not. And if you want to bring up the militia thing, well, what are gangs then? So gangs got the right idea, right? Then pivot to taxation without representation. He's really scrambling to really pivot off of the Second Amendment thing, because he's telling me, someone who has his degree in criminal justice and got an A in constitutional law, that I don't know the Constitution. And I'm just like, sure, buddy, whatever. Like, when you're talking to these puppet types, right? Like they project all their shit onto you. So all their shortcomings they project onto you. So I'm like, all right, cool. So what about after the Second Amendment, we got into the covert response, Ross, and everything else like that. And I basically ended up telling him that he's a puppet, and there's no real point in even discussing things with him, because he's just there to be a rubber stamp. That's the thing about these urban elected officials, right? Is that if they weren't there, somebody else would be. But there would always be, they are interchangeable. They are one of the, men and women are interchangeable, but these elected officials, they all are. And you can really see the strings very easily. And so it really devolved rather quickly. And him telling me as the things that I don't know, and my main point being that the South Ward, these problems, they're never going to change, they're never going to stop, and there is no representation in the taxation. Because when he brought that up, I asked him, so how much are you guys making again? $175,000, $140,000 and stuff, and what have you. And guys, let me tell you something. You bring up that money, bring it up to them. Bring it up how much they make, and watch them fucking squirm. Watch them squirm, my boys. It's a beautiful thing. It's so sweet. It's one of the reasons why I just walked away. And as I walked away, he was just left on that corner screaming his head off. Because as it got more heated on his side, like me, not cool as a cucumber, baby. As it got more heated on his side, his goons started kind of gathering around, and that makes me rather uncomfortable. So I started to make my way. I was like, hey man, best luck to you. Enjoy collecting those checks, it's all good. But he sat there and asked me, he's like, I did some bullshit. What have you done? And boys, y'all know I love that question, because your boy got the receipts. I come and bring the receipts each and every time. The problem was that my phone was in was in the house charging. So I was like, yeah, you got your phone right there. You can pull it. You can pull it up. I got the receipts. Bro, I've got the weed legalized. I was a big part of, getting legalization done, and making those arguments that really got, that really, at the end of the day, particularly when it comes to some of them, the whole social equity thing, that I now completely regret, but it was about getting the mission accomplished. And I can sit here and say mission accomplished. But man, what a difference 4 or 5 years makes, right? Because now, like, remember Weedman? Yeah, this guy, his TDS, it was bad. It was really, really bad. And my thumbnails, but not as bad as my thumbnails though. My thumbnails back then, and still now, I kind of suck at thumbnails. I'll openly admit that, but it is what it is. And views. Oh man, the Raritan Valley College. That's when I did the panel with Ron Rice and Jamal Holly and Zaddy's girl Angela McKnight. Yeah. And once again, I come bearing my receipts. I always will. So you can't really take that from me. But yeah, he's like, your name isn't on anything. It's just like, brother, that's called history. You like the real people, the real grinders, the plan, right? The real grinders, you ain't going, man, don't even worry about that shit. Just make sure that the shit get done. And it did. But anyways, guys, ooh man, 6 minutes. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of today's Garden State spin, which is the articles. Murphy signs new laws to tighten New Jersey gun regulations, vows more action on firearms, and yeah, that'll do absolutely nothing but take guns away from law-abiding citizens. Criminals don't care. They just don't care. But that's their arrogance and a part of their agenda to disarm the people of these areas and keep them wholly reliant on the government for everything, and protection included. New York, New Jersey signed funding agreement on Gateway Rail Tunnel Bridge. Tunnel work could begin in 2023. Could begin. Best of luck to that. Georgia Police Department coming to New Jersey this week to recruit new officers. Man, like we don't have shortages ourselves. Like we ain't got shortages ourselves, man. Good luck. Good luck. Puppy is rescued from hot car parked on Jersey City Street. Oh man, what a good little doggo. What a good on you guys. That's one of the reasons I wanted to highlight this story, because I got a little puppy in it. Costco gas stations in New Jersey will be for members only starting today. All right. Update. Man injured after jumping from Bloomfield. Now we're over. Okay, so just so we're clear, all that was from NJ.com. This is like their most pressing news stories over at NJ.com. Now this is RLS Media, where a man injured after jumping from Bloomfield Avenue Bridge, landing in Branchbrook. Police investigate 2 4th of July murders in Newark. 2 4th of July murders in Newark, meaning that, yeah, people still getting shot. People, like, everybody really focused in on the Highland Park thing, and I'm just like, yeah, people getting shot locally, like, once again, every day. Like, I hate to be desensitized to it, but I am desensitized to it, because this is just, it's par for the course. And when it comes to that Highland Park shooting, right, once again, he was known to the authorities. Everybody kind of knew that he was that he had problems, and that's the MO. That is the MO that continues to play itself out. So yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and trip all hard over like the Highland Park thing, or any of the mega focused on news stories as of late. I'm just gonna keep it local, and we're gonna rock out how we rock out. Newark nonprofit launches first of its kind program to address hygiene access. Guys, remember the school? Which one was it? Central High, where they got washing machines and detergents and all that other stuff for kids, where it's like, this is the fruit of the welfare state, right? And you want me to be hype about this, but I can't be hype, because it means that we have so many young people out here just completely fucked. And it's sad. And culturally, we did this to ourselves. This is what feminism and the whole abortion rights thing, yeah, that's what it was supposed to do. Create legions and generations of just useful idiots in many cases. ShotSpotter device detects over 20 rounds of gunfire on street in Newark injuries. RLS is always going to be RLS, huh? Yeah, no, man shot dead near Newark Central Ward Charter School. School choice. Irvington Township man injured in East Orange drive-by shooting. Man found shot in Newark Central Ward. Jesus Christ. Now we're over to save Jersey. New Jersey's economy shrunk 2% by 2% in 2020's first quarter. This is Matt Rooney's who's blocked me. Yeah, bro. It's all good. New Jersey, NJGOP tells Murphy to apply for Italian citizenship after selling CNN trashing July 4th is understandable. Yeah, Murphy's a piece of shit. Like these are like they're globalist scum. They're globalist ghouls. Like they're treasonous, and honestly, they have absolutely no true understanding of what it is to be an American. And if you sit here and once again, like him, if you want to sit here and tell me, oh, how do I know what it is to be a true American? Bro, I swam in both the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean. I've lived throughout this entire country. I know what the average American is because I am the average American. Fam, all we want to do is just have the ability not to fuck with each other. That's it. Oh, man. Murphy's new gun control bills won't protect against the next Highland Park style attack. This is Ed Durr. I like this guy. I like him mainly because of how little I know about him, but what he puts out is good enough. Is American enough, as completely opposite from everything else that we're getting in Trenton right now. So, I mean, if this man makes a push for governor, as per usual, your boy gonna be sitting there riding. Yeah, all right, cool. I can mess with this guy. No one's perfect. Not gonna agree on everything, but it is he did take down Sweeney, and he does bring a at what feels like, as of this moment, right, a genuine and authentic presence to Trenton that we haven't had in a very long time. So we'll see how it all plays out. But I like Ed Durr. I like Ed Durr a lot. Another poll suggests abortion doesn't have much impact on 2022. It wouldn't, not with the inflation rate being what it is, not with the gas rate being. No, it's the economy, stupid. The economy, stupid. Trump understood that. The best presidents of our time understood that. And now we're over at Insider. The censor of what's criminalizing abortion and defunding police share. We know, Max. We know exactly how far out and to the left you are. Chairman Jones disappointed with Keene. The Insider New Jersey interview, once again, super left. This is they were actually out there advocating, pushing for New Jersey to move up in the primary, get a one of the closer primaries. And honestly, I hope they're denied. I hope this state does not need to be higher up. And nah. Y'all trying to set the tone when in reality we're so rock solidly blue that they nah. It's clear, you guys are trying to maneuver in position so you can get the likes of the Cory Bookers or whoever you want into that presidency. But I'm telling y'all, it still won't work because everybody that y'all produce is completely inauthentic, and that's your problem. You're disingenuous as fuck, fam. New Jersey policy perspective pans $50.6 billion state budget bill. Guys, let's finish up on the budget. You ever played 3-card Monty? It's that game where you got 3 different playing cards and you switch them around. Hey, watch the queen. Which way she go? Which way she go? And you got to pick which one. That's what our budgets are. See, what they do is they put the money, the money is the queen card, and then you got your joker and your king card, but the queen is the one that you got to pick, and the money is the one that you got to pick. But what they do with that with the budget, we're going to allocate money for this, but when time comes for the money to be doled out, well, we got to patch this up, we got to do it, we got to move it over here, we got to do this right there. So, and on both sides, right, red and blue side, both always will just bitch about it because we need more money for this, we need more money for this, we need more money for this, and neither side really has any problem with how much debt that's been occurred, and really the financial cliff that we've been approaching for like a while now, but which has actually been accelerated due to Murphy's policies, and Murphy taking a lot of initiative when it comes to borrowing. Guys, we'll see where it all lands, but at the end of the day, it's just no one in power, no one in Trenton, with the exception of Ed Durr, has any inclination to actually shrink the government and tear back the incredible amounts of money that, you know what I'm saying, is just farted all over the place. Want to draw this back to the beginning of the video, when it comes to like Patrick Council and all of these and it's not just like council reps, it's the government programs and the bureaucracy, and you know what I'm saying, and all these buildings and whatnot, what have you. That it's all plays into the welfare state, because they're just like, yeah, the state will give us the money, the money's just like right there, and unfortunately it's remains to this day unsustainable. And so when you as a regular person, right, you get your paycheck and you're like, yo, why are you taking $300, $400, $500 out of my pay for the taxes? I mean, guys, like that's why like they're to pay their bullshit, to pay the choices, to pay off the choices that they made. Like they rob us, they rob Peter to pay Paul, for a biblical reference. And that's really nothing more than what the budget is. It's just a siphoning off of that Paul money. But either ways, guys, let me know what you would think in the comments. All the internet stuff. If you like it, toss it a like. Dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice. You want to get videos like this every single day. Share, because sharing is caring. And YouTube and Bitchute and like are the biggest fans of your boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications. Get something from Teespring. Check me out at Odyssey as well. Links in the description. Actually go in the description box and do damage and speak. Let me know. What do you guys think in the comments? Yeah. I'm telling you, this place is a fucking bubble. Let's go all the way back to Mr. Council here, to the very first episode of Garden State Spin. Guys, yeah, there we go. Okay, so Mr. Council, deal is that you're a rubber stamp. You are part of this huge mechanism, and I, for one, don't want to grow up, don't want to burn the institution down. I don't really want to change much. All I want is for reality to be acknowledged, for you to recognize and see, yeah, you actually do live in a fucking bubble. See, I'm a porcupine, and you can't put a porcupine in a bubble. Porcupines are always going to pop the bubble. That's just how I am. But you, sir, you're like, you motherfuckers are the worst. Because all of these things that you agree to, all of these ideas that you push forward, they do absolutely nothing but continue the same programs and execute the same fatherlessness and push the same ideologies that, guess what? Anybody who the establishment wanted in your position would sit there and push, because it's about, and to an extent, yes, there is a parallel between politics and culture. Tell Master I said what up. But guys, you may disagree with me, and that's what my comment section's for. Until the next one.
Your booze mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer. Every breath I take without your permission raises my self-esteem.